Yesterday, we got the shell of the school built. We also finished the shell of the church and just did some like editing on everything as I remember things. I'm loving the roof trim. That's something we added yesterday too. So the school is the brand new build though. I still like it. It's always nice when you still like what you built the next day. Now the insides of all of these are not done. We're gonna have to get CC and download everything and start doing insides, but we're trying to do all the shells. I like it. Here, I'll show you the inside of the school. So we made mind you, I built on a diagonal yesterday for the first time ever. So this is on a diagonal, as I'm sure you can tell. And we had to learn how to do stairs on a diagonal because stairs don't go diagonal. And it was quite the journey. So we made a little, words are leaving me today. We made a little like walk-in area to help with blocking airflow and have a place to put boots and whatever else, right? And then these are just placeholders. Ignore the desks that are actually in here. Oh, I do have to fix the roof there, that's right. But that's gonna be the schoolroom. It'll fit, I mean, right now it would fit theoretically 20 kids. But there's totally room to make another row of desks if we wanted to fit even more kids, just depending on how we play with it. And then we also made an addition, and this will be where the teacher lives. And then she will have a little outdoor part too. So I'm impressed with our build still. I think it's good. I gotta fix that ceiling. And then again, obviously we'll redo the entire inside. We also finished up the church. Now, I don't love the windows on the side of the church, but I don't know what else to do. Like, I feel like we need windows in the front part, but they don't match with the rest, so I guess we'll see. But the church is, it's coming along. We did give it an upstairs for, like, Sunday school and storage. Oh, yeah, we have to build a ceiling up here, too. We were figuring storage, and then, like, these can be Sunday school rooms, or whatever, you know. It'll be good. And then this we've already seen. This is just our mercantile. It's been done for a bit. I changed things as I remember. I think there's like no stairs in there now, but yeah, that's what we have so far. Today, we're gonna do the stable. I'm gonna put a stable like right there, and it's going to be a little barn and with a fenced-in area, which luckily we have plenty of room. And we're gonna have actual horses there and like actual cows. We could add in some other animals if we want. I know that we used to have the modded animals where they looked like other things, if you remember, but I don't even know if we're gonna need other animals. I don't know what else they would have. Like, we're gonna have chickens. I'm gonna put chickens in their backyard. Horses make sense and cows make sense. I don't know if anything else will make sense. But if they do, we could add some other animals too. And that's my goal today. If we get that done, I would be happy. Oops. And if we have more room than that, or if we have more time than that, I mean, we could start messing with terrain stuff. I have no CC downloaded for build yet, so we're gonna have to wait on that. I might be making this barn from my brain, which is scary because I like inspo pictures. I may still bring up some pictures, but so the barn that is in Walnut Grove, the little stable, it's not much. It's like just a little tiny stable with some stalls and like spot for hay, and then there's a fence around it, and like that's it. And that's basically what we're gonna add. But I might change the way the build looks. I might make it look more like the Ingalls barn, like a proper barn, but just one that's in town. So this barn would be used, we're not owning it. I forget which family owns the barn, but another family owns the barn. They own other buildings too, but we're gonna help take care of it because we store our animals there. So we're gonna have our horses there for like our buggy, but we're also gonna have some cows there that we're gonna say the mercantile owns so that they can be our milking cows and we can sell the milk. And then I'm gonna have their chicken coop in their like fenced-in area. That'll be their chickens and they can sell the eggs. But I figured that might be why they help with the place, because they store a lot of their animals there, and it's right next to them in town. So that's my idea for that, but it is going to be owned by, you know, a different family. It's not going to be a huge barn. Think of like Barn in Extreme Decades, that barn was huge. It's not going to be that big. It doesn't need to be, because this would just be like, we're storing our stuff there, and then I think it's supposed to be like, if you come to town and bring your horse, can't you like store it there for a bit if you stay in town? Isn't that the idea of it, so that they can like eat and drink and use the stable? So see this one first. These are miniatures, but you can see them. They're like the best way to see these pictures, even though they're miniatures. You can actually like print these, cut them out, and like make a little miniature town out of paper or whatever. So this is the one that's actually in Walnut Grove, and as you can see, it's literally a tiny little stable in a fenced-in area. That's kind of what I'm going for, but just with a little bit more. So I'm gonna kind of mix this, and then this is the actual, oops, wait, no, that's the wrong one. Did I close? No, it's this one. This one is the Ingalls barn on their lot, so this is actually like their farm. Now this is a very big barn, so I don't want to quite do their barn, but I want to do a 2-layer one at least, is what I'm saying. So I'm gonna kind of mix these. And then for functionality purposes, as you know, animals in the game are stuck to sheds. There is a mod, as long as it still works, where the sheds are invisible, but you still have to be careful where you place the animals, because if you say build... I need to just close this one. If you say build this and put a horse inside, if you put a horse inside, it will walk through the walls and stuff, is what I'm trying to say, in the game. It doesn't abide by walls. It only abides by its invisible shed-like dimensions. So if you put them in something like this, it's not going to work unless you built the shed perfectly to the dimensions that they're walking, and it's really hard to do. So the inside of the shed is, or the barn, or whatever you want to call it, is kind of going to be pretend. Just like in our other barns, we gave stalls as if the animals would be there. Sometimes I put fake animals in there that look real, but they don't. They're not the functional animals. And then outside, I put the functional animals because we don't have to worry about them walking through walls. So I need to make the outside part big enough that we can place a couple horses and a couple cows without them walking through walls or each other. And I think I literally want to do like 2 cows. I think 2 milking cows for them would be perfect because they would use that milk for themselves and also sell it. But yeah, basically, I don't even know what I was saying now. I'm gonna create like a little barn with just a couple stalls and then put a little hayloft in it. And that way we have a place, like, because we're not on a farm, I'm gonna miss out on our barn. So this will give us a barn. It'll just be a little bit different. But yeah, I want to make a little barn. And then I was talking about functionality for Sims. I wanted to fit 2 horses on the outside and 2 cows, because we probably have 2 horses to pull our wagon and we're storing them there. And we would have, I'm thinking, 2 cows. Oh, I remember what I was saying. I was saying we're gonna have 2 cows that, like, we own. As the mercantile family, we own them. And we milk them for the store to sell, but also for us to, like, drink and cook with. But then, that's probably not enough milk for the whole town. We have farming families in our town. Like, they're gonna have farm lots, and there's actual families. Like, these aren't pretend. They're gonna be real. You would assume that they would come and sell their milk to the store, and then the store would sell it to people who need milk. Same with eggs and all that kind of stuff. Which is also why they're gonna have chickens. Now, I don't think the Olsens had chickens, but I don't care. We're gonna have chickens because I want chickens. So we're gonna have chickens. We're gonna have 2 milking cows at the stable and 2 horses that would be our horses. Now, horses don't bring anything to the game other than just taking care of them, but that's enough for me. I mean, they're cute. And then aside from that, I don't think they'd have anything else in town. Like, we can technically have goats, sheep, pigs, llamas. Like, there's all kinds of other stuff, but I don't think they'd have them in town. So we will probably just keep it to those. Unless it's a part of our story where we're like, someone drops off a pig, and we just plop this giant pig into the shed. Like, we can make it up, but besides that, that'd actually be hysterical. Someone comes to the mercantile trying to sell a pig, and they just, like, leave it there. And suddenly we have a pig as a pet that now we take care of. And I'm gonna put it in this corner, and I need to decide it's not gonna be on it. I'm not building this on a diagonal. Okay, we are not doing our diagonal build. I think I'm gonna have it face in. Yeah, or it could face in this way. We could build it and then flip it. Because right now, the front of this is like on a diagonal, even though the build is not diagonal. Should I make this line up with the stairs? I either want it to face in this way. Oh, I don't know, man. I guess I have to see it. If you faced it in this way, you could make the fence in part go here. Or if you faced it in this way, the fence would go this way. Find out next. I wanted to see something. If we move this house... Oops, that is not the right one. Curious. Is this gonna leave the fence? Probably. I can always undo. Can you line this up with this? Would it be weird? I want to see. Ignore the fence. Technically, that is right on the diagonal. I kind of want it to be lined up to the door. We can move it back some so there's room here, but I think the diagonal's the way to go there. So, you would bring it back like maybe 1 more to give room on the side. Ooh. How much room do I want to give them? I want to give them enough room here. Oops. Before I put the fence back, maybe just a little bit more. I think this will be good. Oops. So it's there. So 1, 2, 3, maybe? Let's try that. And is this still on a diagonal? Yeah. That's good, because that way if we want to, like, make a little path here, or have room for flowers, or even room to expand someday if I wanted to, then I could. And then we'll just have to move this. I don't remember how big this was. And I guess let's grab a chicken coop and a clothesline to help me decide how big to make their fence. Because we need room for a chicken coop. We need room for a line. What is it called in this game? Clothesline? Can you just search? Oh wait, clothesline, perfect. Let's grab this. I know I need room for that. What else would we potentially want in the backyard? They don't need a well because they're gonna have a pump, right? You don't have to have a dug well to have water from a pump, do you, or do you? Does anyone know? That's a good question. Especially because you would think that they probably started with a well and then got the pump later too. Let me grab a well. Yeah, I will use CC for all the other stuff. I'm just trying to get stuff for size right now, not for anything crazy. It'll be more like that size. Again, it's just for size. Don't freak out. It's all messed up now, but I might have to fix it. Let's see. This was lined up here, and then this was like this price. So we want to make sure that they have a big enough room, or, oh, and we need a wash bin. So you could have like a wash bin. This might go over here. Oh yeah, their outhouse. So I don't have a CC one right now, but I know they're like, some of them take up 1 space, some take up like 4. So we need to make sure that, yeah, okay. Well, they might need a little bit bigger yard though. I'm making sure we know how big it is before I take up the room with a stable. So let's say they have an outhouse in the corner, right? Of some sort. I'll use the CC one. You can also, for those who don't use CC, you can build a room. You can do a 2x1 and put a toilet in there and pretend it's an outhouse, just for those who don't use CC. But for me, I know there's some good CC ones that'll be. Let's say outhouse, chicken coop. Luckily, we can let the chickens roam their yard because it's fenced in. I think that will be fun. So their yard will be something like this, right? As we said before, you don't want to dig your well right next to your outhouse because, it would go into the same supply. Once you keep digging that outhouse hole, you're gonna have poo-poo water. So we need to make sure the well is far enough away. Should we just put the well in front, maybe? I know it's a bit far from the back, though, so I don't know if they would do that. They might need a bigger yard back here, then, so I can put the well on one side. We don't want poo-poo water. They would be sick all the time. I might need to expand this a little. Especially because if we want a swing set someday in the yard or anything like that, like in the future, I want them to have room. Since they're still our main lot, we may be making this a town, but they're still our main people. They gotta have room. So then you could shove the outhouse back in this corner. You could put the well over here. We could do something like this. Oh man, something like that. And then they have room. You could move the chickens out a little bit. I think that's a good size. I think that'll be good. And then they'll still have room here. So let's say if they do have a dog someday or anything, like you could totally do that. I think that's a good size. What's it look like with everything? Give or take. I could always spread that out more too if we want like a tree on the side, but we have room that way. So that means stable time. You know what? We need a cow. I need to see how big these are. So do you see that green box? That is how big an animal in the game can walk around. So when I have the invisible shed mod, it would like go in that. I can't think. I can't speak today. It would go in that area that's highlighted. And when they go to sleep, they do disappear. And that's when you use your little imagination that they are sleeping in the barn or something. Because when they go into their shed, they will literally disappear with the invisible mod. But then when they wake up and come out, they will appear again and walk around. So it's a really good one, but it is a little bit quirky with that. So when you think about wanting to fit 4 animals, you have to think that it will fit 4 animals walking around, give or take, however you want it. Now, you can overlap them, but the more you overlap them, the more MC, command center, better, etc., whatever. You get a lot of exceptions all the time because they freak out. It works, but you get a lot of errors. So something like that, not with these, but we need to make sure wherever we put them is big enough for them to walk around. And if you overlap, they may walk on top of each other at times, but a lot of the times, as long as they're flipped, they'll at least be in a different spot. We're probably gonna want it to also be on a diagonal. Let's see how we can do this. This could be close to the edge though, honestly. Like with a little path around, but if the fence is like here, that'd be fine. Can you put a fence here if this is like this? Yeah. So if we have it like this. Now, again, these are placeholders. We won't have actual physical barns like this. So this goes like this long. Yeah. So then you can put this... You can overlap it like right here. You can technically overlap a little bit. I'm seeing if you don't overlap how much room you need. This will be very interesting. You would want it like that, yeah? Yeah. So then you're talking like this much. But mind you, you still have to build a barn in the center that they're not going to walk through. But this is where we have to decide which way it's flipped. I feel like, yeah, it should face this way. Especially with how big this goes out now. Because then these can scooch down. You can have a barn and then the front stuff. I think that'll work. We could, we could put horses on one side and cows on the other. and put the barn in the middle. That would be interesting. I want to see this. So let's fence off. How far does this go? Right there. We're gonna use this as how much room needs to be, right? So this would fit 2 animals, which would be like 2 cows in the front here or something. Right? And then you would want your build in the middle essentially, and then wherever you want these, and you could put the horses on the other side, and you could have the barn face, but you could have like an entrance in the back for the cows, theoretically, that they could go inside. And same with the horses in the front. I think that might work. Let's try it. Let's try it. I think for the barn, do I want it to be a lean-to shed like that? I mean, I've not built a barn like that. Maybe we should. Maybe I should, because I've been building things I don't normally build. I've never built like this on a diagonal. The church, I mean, I've never done a church with a second story like that. And then the mercantile, I've never done a store inside a house like that. So now let's do a barn I've never done. How about that? We try in so many new things. New setup, new hair, new build styles. Who this? So let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could have it literally butt up to it, because then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you add in terrain. Yeah, I will say I did not raise any terrains. That doesn't mean I won't. I still kind of want to make like a pond or a swimming hole over here. I will be terrain painting. And I'm gonna try to mimic roses, or like at least use the same style. I was saying this yesterday, I don't know if you watched the VOD, but I think you had already left. That obviously my style of this over here is gonna be different than what yours look like. But if you think about it, the mercantile and the stable and the church is probably some of the first things in the town. So maybe they started over here and then like expanded to the other spots, and then that's your build. So maybe that's why they look different, you know? I think it'll be fun. And once I fill it in with like trees and terrain, I think it's gonna look so good. I am excited. So let's start with this. And then I better figure out the size of this before I move on, because these will be on the front of it. But we're gonna try a different build, and it does not have to be this big. On the inside, I just need to fit... Can you grab a debug cow, right? And a horse? I wanted to grab... Well, how big is a cow and a horse? Are they like 2 blocks? I just want to think for how big to make the stables. I have an idea. What's your favorite idea? Mine is being creative. I have a little hayloft. Oh. I need my CC barn doors. That's what I need. Don't I have some from the one pack or no? No, they must have been separate. Okay. There is the fake looking barn doors. Let me use them over here. Let's just grab these for size. I could also leave it open. Oh, or we could do the trick of where it's open. But regardless, sizing for doors. Because you're gonna want the big ones. It must have been a mod as well. Hacking mods, man. I don't know what's real or a mod anymore. This would be stalls like this. That would fit 6. I might have built the perfect size on accident. Wait a second. And then you'd have the front and the back. Did I make something good? Huh? Well, I'll be. Interesting. Oh, that's pretty good. I could make them only 2 wide if we wanted to make this smaller. But we have the room. How did that work? Now, these, yeah, I wow words. I gotta get my barn door CC, because you can make these a lot bigger so that animals could physically go in. So whatever barn doors we use would be here. Now, the top. I think I kind of want to do the lean-to roof now. I don't have to do it over the whole thing. We could just do it over part, and that means I do need room in here to get up to it, which means I need a ladder, which means we want these to be a little smaller. It would make this really big. I almost want to go look at my old barns now. We could do that so we have storage. Otherwise, there's no room on the side for storage. Let's try this. I need room for a ladder. And then the loft could be that big. Yeah, let's try this. So, theoretically, yeah, hold on. Vision happening. Now, this is the roof that I don't normally do this roof type, and I want to try it. If I hate it, we can change it. The Ingalls roof is like this on their barn. We just have to bring it down. And I would normally never make roofs like this. Not this tall, don't worry, hold on. Wait, is this? It's like this. Maybe a tiny bit taller so that water goes down, right? And then you would have a slanty roof here. Especially if the stable was one of the first things built a long time ago for animals, you know? The roofs might be funny. This is kind of like that, and then you could just do the same thing on the other side. Maybe I should edit the roof and then paste it. Go like this. I kind of like it. It's funky. It's just like theirs. Looks like this goes in. Oh my gosh. Well, it goes off on the one side. Can't you hold? Let's see. Shift. That looks so funny. What if it has a trim? Let's see. I want the side. Is that the same one? Must be applied to a... Oh, who did this? Who did that? What a quirky build. I love it and hate it at the same time. She cute. She quirky, right? Let me put some siding on it too. That always helps. Let's see. We probably want that one paneling side, like, not... Well, that literally looks like the siding on this barn, actually. Let's see this. Oh, what is this? Why aren't you matching? Sims, please. I think it's quirky and relatable. And we'll get an actual shed door. And then this is gonna be a hayloft, which again... Oh, we need, oh, what's her name? The girl who makes all of the medieval stuff in Sims. I need that barn mod back. That had all of the barn door stuff, and it had the window and everything. That's what I'll use. No, we probably wouldn't want a foundation on a barn. They just put it on the ground, right? Yeah. Let me try the other paneling too to see if it does the same thing. Why is it doing that? You see where it's not lining up? Would this have to be a separate wall, maybe? I mean, it technically is. How odd. Well, you know, it was hand-built. Maybe it's a little bit off, I guess. We could even make the roof not actual shingles, too. What if we do an older-looking shingle on just the barn? I don't want to go as far as a thatched roof, but maybe just like these or something. Something that looks like maybe it was older. Because these all have the same shingles, or they should, these three builds. Because I just like the uniform look, but the barn is supposed to be different. These ones are the messed up ones, too. Ooh, about like those. I could even change the trim color on the barn. That's nice. What about the dark brown? We need like, it's gonna be open once I have the CC, but I just want to have something as a placeholder. I could just delete the wall there right now, I guess. What'd that look like? Because basically this is gonna be a little hayloft. How about that? We'll just delete the roof to show us that a hayloft is gonna be there, like the little door thing. Oh, doesn't this go away? Oops. I think that will go away once the wall is full anyways, but that'll be fine for right now. Jungle adventure window. Oh yeah, we do have these. Oh, good idea here. I think this was a good way to build too, to do all the shells first. I tried that this time, and honestly, I feel like I've been able to build the shells all faster than, like, if I hadn't done that, you know? These are gonna be fences down here, but the back part will be wood. And then jungle adventure windows. Oh, there's lots of good open ones. Same with island living too. Let's turn on island living. Jungle adventures down here. Even one of these. These. Wait, that window is actually really cute. Look at this. Look how cute that window is. Wait, I love that. All right, there's our placeholder for the barn thing up here. These are gonna be closed off stalls because I'm gonna have it be where they like take them out of the stall, you know, theoretically. They would take them out and bring them through the barn door, either front or back. And then these can have gates off to the side if you need to bring them directly into the fence. So then over here, I basically want this to mimic. I could probably just copy this. But that means you do have to go in through the pen to get to the front door. Might be okay. We could even do... This could be fenced off here and have like a walkway so that if like an animal escaped, they wouldn't be loose. Lose a stall in the middle? What do you mean as an entrance? We could have a double entrance. Is that what you're saying? That's a good idea. Maybe a double entrance from this side. I like that. You could do... an entrance from this side. That seems functional to me. Like, something like that with the barn doors, though. And then this gives them room. We can put stuff against the walls. I mean, at that point, we could even... Well, no, because I have this knot. Let's grab the same fence, because this should all be the right size. So let's delete these. And then I'm going to change the fence. I just have the picket fence right now. I think this will be a fun barn, and it's different than I've built. This will be my third barn I've built / stable, and this... It's very different than the others. My favorite's probably the one I built in Extreme Decades because it was huge. This one's different than the other two. Like, what fences did I use in Extreme Decades? I feel like those were good, but I don't remember what they looked like. Or were they CC? Oh, these? I probably used these, didn't I? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I feel like this needs to be connected. Even if it's just like a pass-through on the back. It just looks off. Like where you have a gate here and here, and then maybe just some storage stuff. Or maybe they could have another chicken coop here, but the only problem is we have to take care of them all, so that's why I think a chicken coop in their yard is the best bet. But they could have one back here if we want. This would be the entrance, but... Like, this is the main entrance, that's a side entrance, but it's kind of like this build, how it, you know, it has two fronts. This is gonna be amazing. I mean, it already is, but dang. See, like I said, the shell of this is like, and we have so much time. Let's see. I could fix these in here. I could go... I don't know what to do now. Because I think I used her barn stuff in here too, so I'm probably just gonna use hers. Yeah, let's save. We'll start there. All right, so essentially I have my 4 shells, and as we like fill them in with build items is kind of when if we change things, that's fine. I'm a builder now. Apparently I'm kind of good at things, but I need inspo. Although I will say, I did use inspo for that barn right there, but I definitely made it my own. Like, I full-on mixed that, because that's not their barn. It has some similarities, you know? So this is gonna be horses and then cows. I'm good. We could even make the fences white. We'll have to see. Do these come in a white? I'm just saying that because the town, everything is white. I want to see what it looks like. Where's the replace? I feel like all the brown is throwing me off. Let's see if they painted them. So this is supposed to be like the stable in town. Like when you bring your horse to town, you could leave your horse here while you're in town. Our mercantile horses will be there because it's literally right behind our house, and we don't have a barn because we're in town. We're gonna have some cows back there. Oh yeah, maybe the white will be better. I guess it depends on what I accent the barn with. What if the trim was white? I really gotta see what color the doors will be. What would it look like? What? Hello? I'm at a loss here. I gotta do some thinking. So I have my 4 builds. The church we could move. The church might not be in the right spot here too. This isn't a perfect spot. This is a perfect spot. This I'd say is pretty perfect now too. All right, so we have our 4 shells. I need to do terrain, but I need to make sure that the houses are in their final place. Like all the builds are in their final place before I mess with terrain. And then like plants, if I do any water, ponds, all of that, which you know takes forever. And that's, I feel like I'm okay at building. I'd say I'm a good builder. I'm excellent at gameplay. I'd say I'm great at casts, you know? I feel like that's a good one, right? But terrain / landscaping, that's probably my lowest skill now. Like, it always ends up looking okay, but it's a daunting task because I'm just like, well, I don't know what looks good here. Bush, a tree, like, I have no idea. I feel like I might literally want the center here. Let me grab an item here. A fridge. What is the center block here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it 4? If it's centered not on the porch, it's here. If you center on the porch, it's here. I don't want to center on the build itself, right? So it's like here. What if we make the church center with this refrigerator? And then we would just have a lot of space here too, and here. But I feel like that's where it's like we could make a swimming hole, or just like a nice wooded area, or like something. And that's where I'm gonna have to get so creative, and I don't even have a plan. I don't even have a plot. This could go... Oh yeah, isn't this centered on 2? Oh, well, okay, wait. Well, in that case, maybe I should center on 2, because isn't this 2, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 to the end. Okay, so center it on that. This would be center with that. Yeah, that's really open there, but I feel like we would just fill it in with other stuff. Let's be a sim real quick. All right, so we come up the road, and we're at the mercantile right on the corner. This is literally lined up with the corner now. You can see the church peeking back there. Okay. I guess it's gonna be awesome. The church would be back here, so we need something, you know, over here. I don't know, somewhere needs to be a swimming hole. At first I was gonna put it in the middle, but now we don't have room in the middle. This will be road, so maybe a swimming hole over there? Like a pond, like a wading hole. I could make a fake pool swimming hole, or we could do a pond, or both. And then you go over here, that's the school, and then I think the schoolyard's gonna be like right here. And then there's some extra room right here, but technically if you go all the way back, there will need to be a path to go back here, so maybe it'll be on this side. Because this is the back entrance to the school, which is where the teacher will live. And then right here, you'd have the stable, which I will put gates. I'll probably put a gate like right here. That's the technical front of the stable, but there's also a side entrance. We'll make sure it has gates and stuff so it's functional. And then if you come around, like you're on this side, I think the placement is good. I think so. Once we fill it in, like it looks bland right now, but once it's all filled in with terrain, plants, swimming, trees, paths, I think it will really come to life. A mod to swim in a pond? I wish you could swim in a pond. I know they can like wade and splash. And the nice thing with a pond is they can also fish in it. Whereas a pool they can swim in, but they can't wade in and they can't fish in. So it's always rough because you want like both. We should be able to put ice tress in the new tree house. Oh, we should make sure there's a tree house. Wait, has there been a recreation of the tree house that looks old fashioned yet? There could be a treehouse at the school or something even. Could you imagine how cute that would be? That would be fun. Unless I make their yard bigger so they can have a treehouse in their yard. Yeah. Treehouse. Placeable on treehouse? No, treehouse. This. There you go. So these. I've not seen all the versions of them when they're built. Is there one that's just a simple treehouse? Which side's the front too? Is it this where the arrows are? Don't need to add decorations. Is it just? I haven't seen it simply built. I've only seen it with all the crazy decorations. First one is just wooden. Okay, perfect. Because we could leave it plain and that would be so fun. Mom, thank you for the 300 bits. That would be so fun. Yeah. We'll have to see where paths go, but a tree house would be amazing. That could even, I mean, we could even put it over here, but I think this is where I'll put some sort of swimming area. I don't think swimming would make sense right next to the school. It won't make sense in the middle. So I think this is my spot for swimming. So yeah, treehouse needs to go somewhere over here then. Oh, this is gonna be so fun. I wish there was a path right here. There's no path leading up to the lot, technically. Because I'll probably just start it here and you just have to pretend that it continued there. Because I'll have a path here from both sides. It'll probably go around to the stable. It'll go over to here. It'll go to here. Another one to the stable. And then one to the back. There we go. That gives us more center space and keeps these, like, on a curve. A graveyard isn't... Oh! I was gonna say, isn't it at the church? I made the church! Then yes, we could have a graveyard. Actually, speaking of graveyards, where are we gonna put all the dead family members? They're not gonna all fit on this lot and I'm not having the ghost. We're gonna have to have a separate graveyard for that, but we can still have a small one here in the... It'll be the founder graveyard. You know how we always have the founders on the main lot and sometimes we'll have like the first kid who dies, like sometimes they're on the main lot? You're a genius. Do you have the brain cells today again? Is there an ice house? I don't know. If there is... Rose would have built it, but I'm not sure. Yes, okay, well that can go over here. We can make a little graveyard off of here for founders. And right now we can put placeholder graves, but we can replace them with real graves as founders die. That's perfect. I'm channeling brains again? Oh, that's so good. I didn't even think about a graveyard. Yes, we need that. And then we will use the vampire world again for the big graveyard. Because as you know, in decades, a lot of people die because you're playing over a lot of years. So I can't keep them all in one lot, like on the main lot, because there's too many ghosts and it gets laggy and all of that. But we do keep them. We just place them on another lot. But the founders can go here. Perfect. All right, we're going to do a graveyard then. It will go in Hollow. Yes, Forgotten Hollow. The vampire world is perfect. That back lot where technically Vlad lives is perfect for a big graveyard. Which, if there's no church, it would be a cemetery, as we've learned. We can also have our pet cemetery. I know it all sounds morbid, but it's Sims and it's a legacy. People die. Animals die. But we like to keep them on lots like that so that we have their legacy there and we can still go. You can technically visit them and have their ghosts pop out and stuff. Too close to the school? That's creepy. Well, it is what it is. Because I need this for the swimming hole. Unless, if I put the grave on this side, I could move the church over and put a swimming hole here next to the school. So I remember it by, what do you call a, there's a movie called Pet Cemetery, right? So cemetery is when there's no church. Graveyard is for a church. Hopefully I don't have that backwards, but that's how I've memorized it ever since I looked that up. Because I always remember it because Pet Cemetery is the movie and it's a cemetery, but there's not normally a church at a pet cemetery. So no church. And then graveyard is church. Yeah. If we don't want it on this side, then we could plop it over here. Scooch the church over so it won't be even here, but that's fine. And then put a swimming hole here and still have room for like a schoolyard. Still have room for paths. And then the tree, we'll figure out where the treehouse goes. Okay, okay. This is good. Otherwise, I guess you could squish the church in the corner and then put it over here. I need room for a swimming hole. And if I want to make it a pool and a pond, I don't have to. But if I want to, I need a little bit of room. So I say we do move this over. Maybe the church could match the side of this and just have a little graveyard because theoretically, in 100 years or so, you know, how many founders are dying in that time? We're starting with them at 18. Like, there's not going to be that many people here, so it doesn't have to be huge. This is just a small one for the church, and we'll have a big cemetery elsewhere. We are going to line this up with this. So it needs to be... I'm trying to have some form of uniformity around here. 2 to the back, like that. I think that will still look nice. Yeah, you'll still see the church here. That's gonna make such cute pictures. There'll be a little graveyard here. You can still have a nice path. We will see him die. We will. We won't even be attached yet, but just knowing the backstory, I think, will be enough. Like, that will be enough to have us attached. We can put a little pond here. And then still have room for a schoolyard and this. I mean, honestly, if we need more room for a pond, we could always just make this the schoolyard. Whatever. We'll figure that out. This one's so nice. I didn't know that... Oh, it's on the platform. I was like, I didn't know that came with a bottom part. Gotta go. Wait, how am I gonna put a fence up to it if it's like that? Oh, never mind. Ignore my previous statement. That one is always a good one. Isn't there another one? This one? This one's less fancy, more just straight. That's what we've used for graves before. This one is really creepy. Could you imagine? That one would be scary. We could... Do we want to do a metal? Or maybe they wouldn't use metal. Yeah, the metal ones always scream graveyard. I'm searching graveyard photos and I'm kind of scared. I'm gonna go look at these real quick. So some graveyards have tall fences. Some have certain graves that are fenced around because it all depends on like what that person wanted. Some have like no fences and are just on a hill. Oh my gosh, imagine I made a hill with graves on it. That sounds like a lot of work. What's this one look like? Could be a tall one. That one's interesting. Well, there's this one that's metal and yeah. Do they come in white though? Oh, they come in like metal color. Why are they all black and why are they all metal? Is there lore behind this? I'm gonna Google it. Why are graveyard fences metal? Oh, because it resists corrosion, is not brittle, and seldom breaks. Soft, relatively malleable, and easily worked. As a result, is often found as delicate artwork. Cast iron has a high carbon content, usually around 3%, that is usually poured into molds, resulting in its use to replicate fence details. The more you know. Oh, see, this is what I thought. Okay, listen to this one. Why do graves have iron fences? Wrought iron fences were also placed around cemeteries to protect the living from the spirits of the dead. That's what I was assuming. So that's the, like, other side of it. People believe that the ghosts of their dead loved ones could follow them from the cemetery if preventive measures were not made. Because, like, a lot of old cemeteries have metal, too. So I was like, there's gotta be some superstition around it, too. And it's iron. And, you know, it's what blacksmiths use and everything. So, yeah, we could pretend maybe the blacksmith in town made these metal fences for us since they can just pour it into molds and all of that. I'm gonna do... I mean, this might look good because of the foundation. Let's see what both look like. We out here doing a learn. Those ones are too tall, although they are epic. It's wooden, but that's cool. This. Let me see what this looks like in the front. Curious. Ooh, that one's nice, too. Let's just put it all the way around and then we can change it. Just because the foundation is so high, I wonder if the higher one would look better, but I'm gonna try both here. I feel like that's a nice one. Let's see what the little one looks like, because the little one could be used to go around graves. You know how sometimes certain graves have one, which might be because of what we just read, or because it looks pretty. Either one, or just marks off the spot, whatever. Where'd the little one go? There's these little ones. So this is the, like, straight ones. Yeah, I feel like it's just too little. I feel like that's more of what you might put around a grave. And then there's also the curly ones. I'll look at it, too, just so we can see it. Yeah, I'm saying the tall one looks the best. And then we'll put a gate on it. Just, like, there's metal in there. I'm just saying. What does this look like? Oh, it's really fancy. Okay, never mind. I like it, but it's a little too much. Oh, the stone wall too? Wait. Oh man, if you had that match, that'd be cool. We have some good fences now from these other packs. Alright, go back to the metal. I think the metal one wins. Do we have a gate that matches this, perhaps? Which metal fence is this? Wait, this is metal too? Hold up. I like the other one more. Oh, we have more metal fences than I thought. All right, what else? Gates. So this came from Vampire Pack or no? Yes? Okay. Is there a matching gate or no? Wait, this matches the other one. That doesn't match, but I love it. Wait, does this one have a metal fence? Does Strangerville come with a metal fence? Oh, it does. Oh. There's way more metal fence. I keep finding new ones. Look how cool that is. It's creepy. Wait, I love it. Wait, that one is really pretty. And it screams Victorian. Wait, I like that a lot. Because what is the gate that would have matched the other one? This one's Get Together. Oh, that's a double one, too. That's the Get Together one. Oh, this is the big one from the Vampire Pack. We do be lacking on gates in this game. We need a gate pack. Oh, while I have this gate, let me grab this. This is good for over here. There's also this one, but different. Ooh, that's from the new pack. Is there another cottage one? No. Wait. Oh, there's this. That is so cute. How dare that be so adorable? Must be placed on a shorter fence. How rude. That is so cute. How long have we had an archway like this? I don't recall this one. That is amazing. Take this one. What's this one? Ooh, this one's dirty. A long time? Forever? Listen, I've never seen it. Let's put gates on this side. There we go. Perfect. And then we would have a gate here. And a gate here. I love it. All right, that'll work. We might want 2 gates, though, theoretically. Do they? You can't. Nope, 1 gate it is. I was gonna say so that they could let the animals in. Oh, you could mix and match, though. That would be a cool animal gate. There's at least a gate there right now. All right, so graveyard, I like this. Let's get a willow tree at least, or some sort of tree, but probably a willow tree, because I gotta have a willow tree on the lot. Do love a good dogwood tree. We have... Where be my willow tree? Is it this one? That's a pine tree. Where's my willow? Oh, there's a hawthorn. I do love the hawthorns too. This will be a good tree. Can you give me a willow tree, please, or not? This one? Oh, wow. That is large. That one's not as big. I just feel like it screams graveyard, you know? We could do a willow like this. I love it. What does that look like next to the church? I just love a good willow tree. Okay, willow tree, I think we'll leave it, and we can always twist it too. If we want like that part in the back, probably something like that. And then this leaves rooms for graves, but I don't want to place any fake ones right now because I want to use them from the grave pack. But that's all sectioned off at least. Let's see the squares. Yeah, you could fit quite a few graves if we did want to put more too, but it'll probably just be founder memorials over there. Let's attempt a swimming hole. Pools and fountains. Because you have to do a pond by making a hole and putting water on top now, don't you? Because that's this stuff. There's no pond at this location. So you dig a hole and then put that in. Let me just do a test so I remember how these tools work. Don't you have to like go like this? Ooh, that's really deep. And then you can add water. Okay, so that's how you make ponds again. Okay, good to know. And then pools, you have to use the pool tool. And then these ones, I feel like we should probably do a circle one. You can do ones like this. And this is something they can actually swim in. But if we kind of merge them together and block the edges, we could make it look legit. Trust in the process. Okay, so that's how the tools work. That flat again. Godspeed, everyone. All right. Good. I think pool should go in the back because it'd be the deeper part. And the front should be the pond because they'd be fishing into it and wading into it. So... where's my grid? I need it. Let's start here. I'm gonna want a little bit of edge space for plants. I'm trying to think if we need them to be able to walk around the church. Not really. I mean, they can. That's all blocked off. So I think having it go... and we're not gonna fence this off either. It's just gonna be open. Nowadays, you'd probably fence off body of water next to a school. But back then, everybody for themselves. And I want to pretend that this was like naturally here too. And then they just built around it type deal. Maybe 2 out, just so there's a little space here. If we tried this. Now, how can we change this? And do we want it to be this shape back here? I feel like it's better than a square, but if it is a square, we could still... Can you add shapes to the side of these? Am I building on a diagonal? I just realized that. Why do I do this to myself? Yeah, they can swim in the rivers over here. We did that in decades. This they can fish in, and these they can swim in. And then I know that Rose put some water on her lots. I don't know what kind of water, but like one of them has like a river. Spoilers. Use the next pool tool. You can make it all wonky. This one? Oh. So we can draw whatever we want. Okay, cool. Spoilers, my dear. You could even make this go back like this, too. All right, well, I'll be building this for the next 24 hours. See you guys soon. We want enough room for them to theoretically swim, you know? Ooh, I get to draw. Look at this. Look. Wow. Art stream. I am now an artist. Welcome to my art stream. Put a pond around it, all except one side. Wait. We should try that. Can we make that work? Because then you could wade all around the side, but if you have one spot they can jump in. I want to see if that works. That'd be so cool. Wait, what if you made a swimming hole, put a fake dock on the side near the pool, so that would look like they're getting in? All right, Mowgli, I'm gonna need you to come over right now and build this for me. Thank you. Let's center it from like here, because where are we at? Put a pond around it. I don't know how much space I need for a pond around. We'll find out soon. Looks like they're jumping from the dock. Wait. How do you make a fake dock, though, if they have to jump there? Let's bring this out, then. I want to try this. Just the debug one? Oh, because they can walk through it. You're a genius. Let's see. Big enough so they can actually swim. Can we bring this out? How big is that? Too wide? What an interesting tool. That's big enough to swim a little bit. Let's see how the rest of the tools are like. So you could have a dock like over here and then put a pond around it. Let's see. We need to what? Dig a hole first, yes? How does that work next to a pool? Will it let you fill that with water? Hold on, this is a science experiment. Water. Oh wow, you can go like right around it. So as long as you put plants over it, pools and fountains cannot be submerged. That's fine. As long as you put plants, like, this is all for a test. Hold on. Give me plants. Like, I used to use... Heck, your walls. You would just have to really cover things. But you could totally do it. Yeah, and change the color of the water. Yeah, you could do these. Yeah, change this brown. I think we could totally send it. You know, kind of be like the inside deep part that they swim in is like deeper because it's the deeper part of the swimming hole, so there's less stuff on top, whereas the sides of ponds typically have more of the nasty green stuff. So we could cover that with more leaves and ferns. Oh yeah, remember I put so many ferns on the one fake pool? Because they can swim through all of these too. Especially Debug. Debug, they can go through like everything. Okay. Now, I always want to make these perfect. I did make the swimming hole perfect because I think that makes sense. But the outside part of the pond doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be functional. So we could, if we're thinking this is going to be... I don't use these tools much. Like, at all. We just kind of want this to, how deep is that? Oop, too deep. Does one of these change softness and speed? Oh, okay. You may need to change that. Let's make it not so speedy. How's this? Okay, more speedy than that. Maybe... Oops. How about here? And the softness? What does this change? Where's this? I don't think that really changed much. Somewhere here like it was. Okay. Let's see. I am an artist. You seen it here. Whoa. What did that just do? Interesting. Oh. So we need to what? Leave this up so that... Flatten to height? We want like these up. They can jump in. Ooh. Okay, you can't do that. Should we find the debug dock? Do you know an easy way to find that? Obviously, I'm gonna have to turn debug on, but this could probably be... I guess we'll see how the water fills up. How's this looking? Deeper over here? Oh, too deep. Oh, that's a good idea. We could just grab it from the gallery. Then I don't even have to sit and search through it. Let's see what water looks like in this. Because can you change terrain once the water's in there or no? Where's the water hitting here? Right there? Okay. No? Alright. So I'm gonna have to add it and like take it away. So if I want this smoother, I need to make that smoother. What does this look like in like normal view? Yeah, we want to make this smoother than around the edges. Wait, this is gonna be so cool. Alright. Take the water out. Back to terrain. Wait, why isn't it yellow now? Oh. Can we like put this really light and smooth this? Is that gonna work for water or no? We about to find out. Oh yeah, it gives it, it gave it something. Maybe some more right here. That's annoying that you can't change it once the water's down. Let me... We're just going for it. We're going for it. We're going for it. How are we looking? Wait, I need this to be... This doesn't have to be... Oh, okay. That's fine. What's that look like with water? It's something. Do I want the square tool? I don't know. I think we need more water. How big is this right now? Wait, it does look kind of pondy. You're gonna have to ignore the pool. Here, let me at least change the color. May work with just one tile flat. We could try. And then we used to change the pool itself to dirt and stuff, didn't we? Because we went like... One of these is dirt. Is it not? There's sand. Don't we have dirt? Or is that... Here's some wood chips. Was dirt CC or is there dirt? Oh, here's dirt. Bottom of a basement. Yep. And the walls. Dirt. Isn't this dirt? Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. So then this would be... We can't go down there right now. This would be dirt. Nice. No. And then we can put dirt on this side too. For testing purposes. Because you could put it, what, like right here? Oops. Oh, there's two. Oh, wait. Oh, they put them all. What a legend. Yeah. But this one's really broken. Is there one like this that's not broken? Oh, that's so cool. You could, what, go like that and then try to put water up to the edges? Yeah, I was like, wait, there's so many. They're all stacked. Imagine making a tiny one with that. But with plants up next to that and water, like that would work. I just don't like that it's broken. So if we flip this like you're saying, how do you make it go all the way? It's so broken. What if you put two on top of each other? You would need the small one again. Could you make it almost look right, or would it just flicker all the time? Because I can't, like... No, I can't. When you go like this, though, that I can do. Wait, but then you move it over here. But what if I pulled out the pool more there so it let me do that? Hold up, wait a minute. Where's my pool tool? I have an idea. I have an idea. Okay, what if you, yep. Now, if you put this down here, just to here, could you leave that in the water and, like, put a plant there, maybe? I need a plant. Much more difficult than you would think. Because we want that there. You make this brown. So the ideas, they're brewing, right? And then a sim could have plenty of room to jump in and we can put the pond up close to it. Then you either leave it broken and say it broke, but that looks very dangerous. Or we didn't love the one with leaves. We could put a tree by it so, it would make sense to have leaves. Why does that one look so good? Is it algae or leaves? Is this one leaves? Look at the leaves. Oh, this one's mossy. Hey, Garden actually, like, showed us. Whoa. That looks so cool. That is so many leaves, imagine. I also like the murky water for ponds. Oh, that's so cool. What about mossy on the edges? We'll mess with the water. That's fun. Or leaves on the edges. Pond scum. Here you go. Here's some pond scum for you. It's very laggy when you do that. Holy cow. Oh, I kind of like that. Now, if you say... I mean, they can walk through in-game plants, right? Or no, it depends on the ones, doesn't it? You might have to do debug plants. I think they swam through, like, this stuff. Because couldn't you, like, go like this? I may have to get a test sim. And you could, like, really hide that right there. You know what I'm saying? It could be pretty cool. We could totally mess around with that. The grass. I could sit here forever doing this. I probably will be, so. All right, let me make the pond water go out more. Oh, wait. I can suck out the pond water, right? Yeah, I can. Okay, thank goodness. I was about to say, I just screwed that up. If not... Okay, can we make this go down here, maybe? Make sure there's a spot here. The one with X removes all water. Oh, perfect. That is too deep. This is a lot of work. I'm just saying. Let me go like this and then I'll flatten that. Let's see what water looks like in that. Maybe make this go out. How come that one's a nice diagonal and this one won't? Interesting. It's starting to look like something. Hold up. Now imagine this will all be covered. You won't see the middle part. Yes. You won't see that. Let me do a little bit more here. This round. There's a vision. There's a vision. Go back to this. Let me go right there. This over here got really squared off. There will be ducks. Don't worry. There is a vision. Now, can they wade in this when it's like that? Or do I need to make the edge more shallow? I don't know how far a sim will go in. Like, are they just gonna fall down? Clip where you can see if they can wade. Oh. Oh, Sims? Oh, wow. Sims can wade into shallow areas of ponds displayed in green. But blue areas with deeper water are off limits. Wow. Wait, so which one's off limits? Oh, so they can go in most of this? So what does deep look like? Deep would be like... So is this the deep right here? And these are really deep? Yes? Okay, so if we make those come up... Does that mean the sides are too deep here? Maybe I need to make those a little more even. Because my pond's a little wonky because it's really hard to use this tool nicely. Smooth terrain. Oh, but that just brings it up. That might help though. Let's see. Add water again. Interesting. Okay. So I really can't smooth like terrain like with water. Oh, you kind of can. We out here learning. You can change it with water in it. Look at this. It's up or down? Up. Oh, okay. It like moves the water. Wait, what's this look like this? Oh my gosh. Wait a second. There we go. Oops, wrong one. I see. So we could make this a little... Okay, this is a lot easier now. So learning curve. I see. This is such a laggy tool though. My computer is spinning, let me tell you. Ah, okay, we don't want that much water near here though. I'm just saying. There we go. This is cool. This is very cool. Wait, what's this button? Flatten the height tool must be selected. Oh, I love this. This can go. Let's make this up a little bit. Bring this back up. This is perfect. Just move this. That part can stay like that. Honestly, it helps cover up the wall if it's like that. What if you bring up this right by the corner? I see. We want some water though. But like this could come up a little. I I've learned so much. I've learned so much right now too. Holy cow. Learning like how to even use these tools. So let's see how much we can kind of bring the water over. So we just need this part to be flat basically. And they should be able to jump in. We're gonna have to test. And didn't we make that a different color? Oh, it doesn't change it up here. That's interesting. But if we make the water dark, you can't really see it like that. And then if the water is like this, you won't see a lot of that. And then once we cover that with plants, you won't see a lot of that at all. Split level house where the front is a different level than the back door. Listen, I'm not ready for that. Maybe next build. All right, sticker winner picking in 3, 2, 1. Can you paint them? That's a good question. I was able to paint these, right? So you can like go like this, and underneath they're painted. It's like do this and that, right? And then when you're up here, are they painted if we go in? No, that's weird. And then that you can't paint them up here. Can you? No. Wait, interesting. I don't know, can you spray that with terrain? I don't know if you can spray a wall. And that's where it's like you could bring up the dirt to it. If you can paint the wall, we could. Pool trim from jungle, more like rocks. I'm gonna try to cover all the trim, hopefully. These ones? Oh, the top. That's kind of cool. You'd have to cover all the design. Oh, this one too. These are like rocks. Then if a piece is showing... But yeah, you still have this top. That's so weird. There's stuff like that, and then you could try to cover it. I think this is gonna be cool. Imagine like a tree here. I still want to mess with it more, but imagine a tree here and then all the rocks that will be covered. Maybe the hawthorn or maybe one of these. What trees are in this world? Isn't the hawthorn over here? Wait. Oh, a maple tree. It's ginormous. Where'd my hawthorn go? Oh, this. That's like that over there. I like trees like this over here. It's gonna be adorable. Bet. Put dark foundation cover for that. You can put foundation here? Like these? What in the world? This is a foundation? Oh, so we need like a brown dirt. Why is this a foundation? Why? Wait, I didn't know we had that. Why is this a foundation? Wait, look at this. Oh my gosh, it is. Interesting. What about when you're in here? That's dirt, and then when you're over here, it's dirt. But then when you're up here, it's... Wow, interesting. Very interesting. And then let me kind of show you how we can hide it in case you want to help see the vision, because I kind of want to see it too. So we have things like, you know, rocks. And you can, it's a very tedious task, but it's always so worth it. I love making swimming hole stuff. I've just never made one like this. We have rocks in this game. Oh, that's a big rock. I mean, that one's ginormous. You can go around and, oops, place these. And cover the trim. And it takes forever. And it's great. You can go around and do that for ages and then put plants up against the side. That's the rock they jump off of. There's a debug invisible foundation. Does it... Ooh, would it make it invisible? Yeah, I'll terrain paint the ground once I am done messing with them. Giant debug rocks. That means I have to go into debug. But... I'm just showing you like what we can do. Oh, that has sand on it. And cover up all the trim and then use plants and then... It's still gonna look a little funny. I mean, I'll probably use more plants here. You can probably cover this up with ferns and stuff. And different things like this. Or things growing out of water. Because I don't want it to look like a super separate hole. It kind of will, but I don't want to line the whole thing in rocks, basically. The one water ferns are my fave. These are so good. I mean, you can size them down too. And at least it'll look like stuff is growing on the water. Yeah, I think it just needs to look like it's really grown over, but then Sims will just swim through it. We have the swimming pond slash pool started. We finished the stable shell. Everything is, you know, shelled out literally at this point. My goal is to get some CC, even if I try to get CC for like one part of the build so that we have something to work on tomorrow. We'll definitely be working on the pond probably, unless I just want to take a break from it and come back to it. But I think I need to get something so we can start building. But I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you tomorrow. Bye!